I'm Carrie Schmelkin with the TMC Newsroom, and we're here in Miami at IT Expo East. I'm joined with Hernaez, Vice President of Marketing at NetSapiens. Eric, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about your company.
Well, NetSapiens is a technology provider. We provide soft switching systems for classified features, residential VoIP, specifically for competitive service providers.
Great. So what brings you to IT Expo today? Is there any news you're sharing?
Sure. We're excited to launch this week a new feature to our platform called NShare. And it's really a revolutionary way of deploying high availability servers. Typically, when you try and make sure services reach the 5 nines objective that almost everybody shoots for, the way server technology has worked so far, you can only do it in one data center, meaning that you can have a primary server and a failover server, but they have to be in the same room. What we've done is we've built this service bus that allows you to place your servers almost anywhere. So you could have your primary server on the East Coast and a backup server on the West Coast. And as far as the whole world, in terms of both managing the servers and users using the servers are concerned, it all acts as one unit. So it's good for a couple reasons. First is because they're not in the same data center, you avoid some of the things that plague the internet just in general. Since the internet is unpredictable, you never know when your data center might have connectivity problems or power outages or weather issues. So this allows you to really diversify in terms of putting your assets in different places. The other nice thing is that since it's treated as one switch, it's not a situation where you have a primary and a failover. It's actually both nodes in your switch are operating and can take live traffic at the same time. So you can really load balance. So instead of having to say, well, I'm going to have my production servers and my backup servers, double the number of servers, you can have production servers everywhere and just spread the load around them. And then lastly, the third point is that because you can place these servers anywhere you want to, you can place them really closer to the users. So you could have servers, geographically located where your user base is, and then the provisioning part of the system will tell the users to use the switch that's closest to them. So a user on the West Coast will just plug in his phone, and the system will say, okay, well, you're closest to our Los Angeles switching center. You use the Los Angeles center. Today, when everybody is starting to use 3G and 4G devices for communications, especially when you don't have the best data network connectivity, it's very important to be able to anchor the media through the location that's closest network-wise. So those three things together make NShare really exciting and a big breakthrough for us. We're very excited.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
You already started to touch upon it, but what else distinguishes you guys in the marketplace? How do you remain competitive?
Well, the reason I joined NetSapiens, and I'm new to the company, is really the team. The team comes from New Era, which was one of the very first carrier-class soft switching solutions, and they're really top-rated. The amount of experience in the company, even though it's a small company, is great. So we can really bring top-notch engineering to whatever problem we try to address. But the vision for NetSapiens is to really empower competitive service providers. So we really focus on niche service providers, and we give them the top-tier solutions at not top-tier prices. Typically, our customers are migrating from an open source or a hosted platform, and they've just hit a barrier. They get to 2,000 or 3,000 users, and they find, well, it's just too hard to manage this business, because the open source stuff, you have to be a Linux guru, or you have to really understand, a lot of different components to make it work at that scale. Mm-hmm. We give them a very nice user interface and a nice operating tool set in general so that they can do it. And really, there's nobody in this space. You have a lot of smaller solutions that work well up to a certain level, and then you have the big guys. And then there's this sort of vacuum in the middle where nobody is really excelling, and that's where we make our play.
Great. So what's next for you guys?
Well, the buzzword now is everybody wants to use their smartphones as a desk phone, and not really to make calls through the data network, but just to have the same feature buttons that you'd find on one of the the upper end phones, and to be able to control it from your phone. So we're working on things like being able to walk into into your office while you're on a call and have the call automatically transferred to the desk phone.
Great.
And of course, video is big, so we're working on video solutions as well.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us, Eric.
My pleasure. Thank you.